Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are deception stoppers, the 4D destroyer. I am not a lawyer. This is not a law firm. I do not advocate you don't support your human offspring. I simply advocate you made them in private and you take care of them in private. Today's lesson, folks, is again, I like to go in very, very deep so you can have a basic understanding of what's going on out here and how you're getting duped. All right, and you are getting duped. But the bad part is you're doing it to yourself. Okay, these people know that you are dependent on their shit. So here's a little bit more proof. We're going to be coming from section 4.2. All right, and I'm going to be talking about the Social Security card. Now, right here, those who put a Social Security number on any government form also create a presumption that they are federal employees or public officers on official federal government business in the context of whatever they attach the Social Security number to: driver's license, child support application, job application, vehicle registration. Okay, anything you put that number on, you're deeming yourself what? A federal employee. Now, check this out. 20 CFR describes the conditions under which Social Security numbers may be issued. You will note that 20 CFR says employee benefits. Let's look at 20 CFR. Here it is right here. All right, let's zoom it in. Clear as day. 20 Code of Federal Regulations, employee benefits. Okay, let's keep it moving. Which means federal employees and not private employees. So herein lies one of your biggest problems, gentlemen. Okay, and again, I know you needed to do whatever you got to do, and I needed to get a job, yada yada. I've heard it all. Okay, but that Social Security number is the only thing tying you to the 4D crime family. Let's say it again. The Social Security number is the only thing tying you to the social or the 4D crime family. All right, I'm going to continue. This means that the number can only be issued and therefore used by federal employees on official business. 20 CFR 422-103D further says the Social Security number is government property. It clearly states that it's the property of the SSA and you must return it if we ask for it back. It's right on. This is what you find on the back of your card. This is how you find out that it is government property. Government property can only be issued to government employees on official business. It is a crime to use public property for private use. Now, you can jam baby mama up with this if you want, if by chance she was the one who put the Social Security number on there. All right. However, you also jam yourself up because that money that you're making by using that card, that's literally public property for private use. All right, 18 U.S.C. subsection 641 makes it a crime to embezzle public property, including the SSN, the Social Security number, and use it for private use. All right, again, you can stick it to baby mama if she used that number. All right, if they tracked you down and used it, then it ain't going to work. 18 U.S.C. subsection 912 makes it a crime to impersonate a federal officer or employee. So if the non-custodial pay rent / obligor is properly identified by a Social Security number, which makes it federal property, it also makes it a federal agent or federal employee. Okay, so when you walk into a 4D administrative hearing and say, and you don't defend yourself, okay, well, hold on, look, wait. You're asking me to impersonate a federal employee. Okay, this is another reason why I explain to people do not accept mail. All right, but I mean, again, however you want to handle it, you can handle it. All right. Shout out to my man Yaz Magnified on that wonderful video that you made, cuz that was beautiful. All right. But what happens? All right, 18 U.S.C. subsection 208 makes it a crime to perform any act with government property that affects a private interest. Now, let's go to the federal manual child support, and let's prove this. Oh, hold Hold on. So here we have it. All right, and it is proven. Hold on. All right. This, all right, 20 CFR means, all right, excuse me, this means that the number can only be issued and therefore used by federal employees on official business. Let's go to Child Support Federal Manual, page 46. All right, enforcement against federal employees. The 1975 child support legislation included provision allowing garnishment of wages and other payments by federal government for enforcement of child support and alimony obligations. Now, let me ask you a question. That Social Security benefit, where'd you get that from? All right. That unemployment compensation, where'd you get that from? Those state and federal tax returns, where'd you get that from? All right. Aren't those payments by the federal government? Aren't they putting into the Social Security account for your retirement? So those are payments. Okay. The only thing is, here's the problem. Here's the problem. If you're a private employee, you're not getting paid by the federal government, other than those little things I just talked to you about. All right, but they look at that and say, oh, yeah, well, we got them now. That's why the Social Security number is so fucking important. Now, let's go. All right. The law also provides that money payable by the United States to any individual for employment are subject to legal proceedings brought for the enforcement of child support and or alimony. Gentlemen, when you put that document, when you filled out that job application, when you filled out that driver's license application, when you filled out any application with the state and you affixed the Social Security number on it, all right, you openly and notoriously said that you are a federal employee, right? And you're receiving certain benefits from the federal government, all right, in the long run. But you'll notice again, oh wait, wrong one. 20 CFR says employees benefits. All right, this is federal employees. This is not state or private employees. All right, I had to find this cover. I got it on hard copy, but I forgot where I put it. All right, so let's go back here. So anytime you're receiving any type of benefit from the federal government, all right, and gentlemen, if it's coming from the state, then it's coming that's part of the Fed. All right, now let's continue. The law sets forth in detail the procedures that must be followed for service of legal process and specifies that the term based upon remuneration for employment includes, listen, wages, periodic benefits for the payment of pension, retirement pay, including Social Security and any other kind of federal payments. If you're receiving anything from the Fed, that is subject, all right, to be taken because it ain't yours. The 1996 Welfare Reform Law substantially revised child support enforcement for what? Federal employees, including retirees and military personnel. As under prior law, federal employees are subject to income withholding and other actions taken against them by the state for the agency in the state. All right. Don't forget, every time you use that card, you're stating you're a federal employee on official federal business. Okay. Anytime you accept mail with a zip code, you're saying I'm a federal employee accepting this federal business. Anytime you accept mail with a zip code, you're stating that I am the obligor, non-custodial pay rent, who is positively identified by 20 CFR 422-103D as the property of the Social Security Administration or the federal government. Doesn't matter. It is a federal agent. It is a federal employee. Okay? It is a crime to impersonate federal officers or federal employees. All right? So they're asking you to commit a crime, okay, by accepting their mail, by paying child support, everything. Again, gentlemen, I just wanted to break this down. The facts cannot be disputed. All right, I'm just giving you a fair lesson on what you're dealing with here. Look, enforcement against military personnel. Let's go down here. Child support claims are given priority in the allocation of federal employee income. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself, am I a federal employee? Well, if you ain't self-employed, yes, you are. All right. If you, I guarantee you, if you got a job somewhere, you use the Social Security number to get that job. They will not hire you without it. Not unless you can get somebody to hire you off the books. Okay, gentlemen, it's time to do your research. Okay. Again, we all have different methods. All right. My man put that eloquently in his last video. All right. The best method that you could use is start reading. Okay. Please. And I say it, don't take my word for it. Okay. Just because I'm showing you something, look it up. Okay. Go confirm it. Use it. All right. And not only do you want to confirm it, all right, don't just read this. Look, makes it a crime to embed. You know what I mean? No, no, no. Look, read. If you have to, tear down every word. What kind of crime is it? What does embezzle mean? Okay. What is public property? What does the word including mean? All right. What is a social security number? What does the word use mean? What does private use mean? If you don't comprehend the words that are in these sentences, all right, from the words that come out of these statutes, all right, you cannot interpret it. All right, you need yourself a serious law dictionary, Bouvier's Black's Law. I use Black's Law's fourth. I use a little bit of Bouvier's, but Black's Law is my favorite one because it has case laws to collaborate what you're reading. Okay, so child support is for federal employees. You have succeeded. Not only are you succeeding to the status of a federal employee, a federal agent, and federal property, all right, you're succeeding to the status of non-custodial pay rent / obligor. Those are all federal property, every last one of them. Okay. Now, gentlemen, these are spells. Okay. This is a spell breaker, but when you read this stuff right here, these are actually spells. All right, spells are cast by words. If you know the words, you can reverse the spell. All right, very simple. Okay. I'm just, be honest with you because I know what they're doing and I know how they're doing it. All right, it is a very simple technique. Again, however you want to handle it, you handle it. If you want to accept that mail and go in there and duke it out with them and prove it when you get there, then hey, whatever works, whatever floats your boat and get you safely downstream. But you better be doing something. All right, you better be doing something. You better be educating yourself. Okay, there is a reason why this information is out here. And you're not, if you don't take advantage of it, okay, your main shit stain in this chicanery right here, I think it's on page 15. Yep. Look, this is the social security number right here. I'm gonna say it again. The social security number is the key piece of information around which the child support information system is constructed. All computer searches need the SSN in order to operate effectively. So if the computer searches if it doesn't have a social security number, it cannot operate effectively. If you don't trust me, call down to the child support, to the 4D crime family, right? And once you get the automated system, tell me what the first thing it's going to ask you for. If it ain't your name, it's probably going to be the social security number. If you don't put the last four of that social security number in that automated system, it's going to automatically disconnect. Sorry, we cannot help you. Or they'll try to connect you with a customer service representative. Okay. But without the social, there is no child support. The 4D crime family without social security numbers cannot survive. All right, but you are providing the commercial energy for those numbers, gentlemen. Okay, that's why I told you keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna keep getting what you're getting. I understand they got you hooked on the mark of the beast. I already proved that the social security number is the mark of the beast. All right, so you want to be free, then start doing your research. Okay. So for the fact of the matter is, see, what I've done is because I know that most of you, and nothing personal, all right, for those of you who really you can't survive without a social, all right, the way that I do it now is instead of having you go in and turn in the social and all that, because you literally, if you don't know how to live without a social, you'll die. All right, not die, but it'll life will get very rough. That was a bad word usage. All right. So what I've done is I've figured out we have come up with a way, all right, a very effective method. Since the Social Security number is not your property, and since the Social Security Administration gave this property to the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement operating in the state, in order to create a debt, then they are liable for that debt. It's no different than when I taught you about that ticket. All right. The owner is responsible for the ticket. So the owner of the SSN is the SSA. They are responsible for the ticket. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I showed you the law yesterday that requires that. All right. So in essence, gentlemen, what you have learned here today, all right, should tweak your interest. Do a little bit more research. Okay. Confirm this as either truth or bullshit. If you confirm it to be true, then take it and do what you need to do with it. All right. I taught it to you. You've seen it. All right. I'm not going to go into the super duper breakdown of all the words. All right. You need that. You can hit me. All right. You need help with 4D Crime Family. Bang my email at 4D_destroyer@yahoo.com. It's in the link listed below. All right. And I look forward to doing the next video and teach you some more stuff. All right. So do your research. And again, gentlemen, if you have not downloaded a copy of the Federal Manual of Child Support Enforcement, all right, this book right here, I'm telling you, fellas, this is their playbook. You cannot go wrong with it. Okay. This is the #1 book in my arsenal. I got a lot of 4D books, but this one right here, I like it because I've read all the 4D manuals, okay, and this is the source of all of them. That's why I like it. It encompasses everything about 4D, all right, and it carries all the every statute, all right, it carries it, all right, every statute in 4D. You can tear it down again, all right. If you hit the law library, if you can't hit the law library, then download this book. But look it up. There's nothing wrong. I mean, everybody uses the internet to look things up. It's just quicker, right? Again, we have a wonderful law library here, and it's easier for me to go online and show it to you because, like I said, I'm not with all the cameras and trying to get the picture out. I don't do all that. All right, it's just take it right here. All right, so get your act together, gentlemen. You've been warned. Again, I have taught you something. All right, what you do with that education is totally up to you. That is why we are America's only child support education service. All right, and this is a wonderful service, and this is wonderful information, and it is hardcore, and it can't be disputed. This is their information. Okay, this is the cover of their book. This is evidence. This is concrete evidence. All right, I'm an Osiris, 4D Destroyer, Deception Stoppers, Hotep.